defend our butts off and, you know, play really hard and tough and be able to beat a team that was desperate to try and lock in a final spot was really satisfying.
We obviously know we'll be playing Perth in finals. That's who we play. So, you know, really this week is not saying that the Townsville Fire game's a write-off. We want to play that and play our best basketball. But we're going to have to dedicate a lot of time to figuring that out.
It's the final match of the regular season, and we've saved the best till last as the Townsville Fire host Bendigo Spirit in a finals preview tonight as these two sides fight for bragging rights heading into the WNBL playoffs. The Spirit have lost their past 2 matches, while the Fire have won their past 6, as these two competition heavyweights fight for victory tonight at the Fire Pit. The players have arrived thanks to Mana Hotels. Great to have your company wherever you're watching tonight. Jess Webster with you alongside 2-time WNBL champion Bet Cole and former player and coach Larissa Anderson. Guys, great to have you both. What a match we've got to look forward to tonight.
We sure do. It's almost like a finals preview we have here. We have the Townsville Fire, who they want to end on a high. They want that minor premiership, and you said it, Bendigo coming off 2 losses. So can they get a win, build the confidence and go into finals on a high? But risk. KG23 is out today with load management, so players need to step up.
Yeah, they really do. It's going to be interesting. It's a big game for Bendigo. They're coming off 2 losses, which is not ideal going into finals. And without their absolute stalwart veteran coach on the floor, best rebounder in Kelsey Griffin. So what a fantastic opportunity for someone else to step up.
So Kennedy Kariyama said in his post-match press conference that this game is a write-off for them tonight. But we look forward to seeing what these two sides will produce up at the Fire Pit. Alicia Froling has been one of the Fire's best this season, and she is with 3-time WNBL champion and our courtside reporter tonight, Kate Gaze.
How important is tonight's game given that finals are next week?
Really important. You know, we want to carry as much momentum into finals as we can, and obviously Bendigo are a team that's in finals, so a really good way to end the season and kind of just keep tightening up some things.
And the objective from tonight's game, what are you hoping to get out of it?
I think just continuing to get better. Every game we've kind of just focused on the next game and, you know, what we need to do. These guys beat us last time we played them, so a little bit of revenge in a way, but just, yeah, keep getting better, keep preparing for the finals.
And we've got a game going behind us. It's a special round, Army round. Can you tell us about the significance of this round?
Yeah, so it's really cool. We're the only sports team, professional sports team in Australia that has the Rising Sun badge on our uniforms. So that's a really cool partnership that we have with the Australian Army. So yeah, it's the Army versus the JCU right now. But yeah, it just means a lot to us to have their support.
Awesome. All the best for tonight.
Thank you.
Some great insight from Alicia Froling there, and it's absolutely no doubt she's a huge key for this team. But I really want to focus on that young lady on the screen there, Abby Ellis. She's in great form at the moment, and I just believe her energy and her passion really lifts this team. It gets them to a whole different level. She makes a big difference, particularly defensively when she gets up the floor. We all know what she can create offensively, but what she brings both ends is invaluable to this team.
So no KG23 for the Bendigo Spirit tonight. Let's have a listen to what Abby Werung had to say when she caught up with Kate a few moments ago.
Abby, you've had some tough losses coming into tonight's game. What do you guys need to do today to make sure you guys are ready for the finals?
Yeah, I think today is all about maintaining, improving on the habits we've been building all season leading into next week. Yeah, playing finals, which has ultimately been the goal all season. So yeah, building those habits, maintaining them, and I think all the little things today.
And you don't have Kelsey Griffin suiting up tonight. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, just load management at the moment, making sure she's ready and raring to go next week.
And you're a glue player for this Bendigo Spirit, and you have been for a number of years. You play your role so well. Do you then step up into a leadership role tonight more so than what you have this season?
Yeah, I think so. A little bit more of a voice on the court tonight, but yeah, just try and do what I've been doing. And I know everyone steps up. We can't quite fill KG's role because she does so much incredible things for this team on and off the court, but I know everyone will step up. They've done so all season with our injuries and stuff that's been happening. So yeah, I think we'll be good.
She's big shoes to fill for sure, but good luck tonight, Abby. All the best for finals as well.
Thank you.
And with KG out, Abby Waring will definitely need to step up with that leadership role. But right here, Izzy Borlase, she's never been in a finals game before. So this will be great preparation for her against a really good team. So I can't wait to see what she produces.
She's having a fabulous season so far, so we cannot wait to see what Izzy Borlase can potentially do in finals. The atmosphere is building at the Fire Pit. So much to look forward to tonight as we cross courtside and check in with Kate Gaze. Hello, Kate.
Guys, it is so loud in here. The fans are so excited to be here and get a preview of what they might see going into the finals later on. Bet Cole, I know you love the cowbells, but tonight they've got the hand clappers and they are so loud. So I'm excited to see what the girls put on the floor tonight.
Oh, you have said it, Gazy. The cowbells gets the Fire girls going, and if you're the opposition, it makes you want to play harder. So we have a game on our hands tonight, and the last time they met, Alicia Froling said it before, but Bendigo held the Fire to one of their lowest outputs of the season, just 61 points. So redemption is there for them too.
Certainly is. These two sides have played twice this season. In round 1, it was Townsville by 8 points on that day, and round 11, it was Bendigo by 12. So two pretty fiercely contested battles between these two sides. As we get set and ready for the opening tip-off at the Fire Pit, Soa, Woods, Froling, Fowler, Ellis is starting 5 for Townsville. No Kelsey Griffin for Bendigo, so Kelsey Rees steps into the starting 5 for Bendigo tonight. And it is going to be Townsville with first possession. McConnell, Pollard, Werung, Borlase and Rees, the starting 5 for Bendigo. Courtney Woods off to Fowler for an early three-pointer. Can't get it done. Ellis with a rebound. What a great form she's in this season. Woods can go again, works the baseline, kicks it out to Soa. Into the corner for Fowler, take 2. Got it this time.
She shoots the ball at 54%, so she missed the first one. I guarantee you she's making the second.
Abby Wirrung for the Spirit. Hands it off to McConnell. That goes out of play and a bit of Townsville ball. So an early good start to the Fire. Great opportunity for Kelsey Rees to come into the starting 5 too. She started once back in their first game of round 8. So the young gun gets an opportunity tonight.
And it's really important. She's come out with great confidence this season, just grown and grown every single game. And with KG out, Woods just with a brilliant mid-range game right there. But with KG out, Rees, this is the opportunity. Get her some minutes in an environment where it's tense, you're under the pressure, so she's ready come semi-finals.
Borlase fights away inside. Well defended, but picks up a foul. Run out of superlatives to describe the season of Izzy Borlase so far at the moment. Averaging 23 points per game, #1 in the competition. 6 rebounds, nearly 4 assists, 1.5 steals as well. She's an 89% free throw shooter in WNBL 26.
Quite unbelievable to look at what she's done at such a young age as well. I think working alongside the experience of Kelsey Griffin has really taken her game up to a whole new level. It's been very impressive to watch.
Still just 21 years of age. Sky is certainly the limit. 1 from 2 at the line. The Bendigo on the board. Townsville lead by 5 early stages, first term.
Keep the hands warm. Let's cut them now.
Soa for 2.
And if Bendigo are in the drops coverage on a pick and roll, the mid-range game is so open. And Townsville Fire have some of the best guards in the league who can really hit that shot. And you hit a few in a row, now you have to change your pick and roll, D.
Borlase off to Rees. It's Froling for company. Shot clock down to 4. Rees still working hard. Now puts the shot up and gets the roll.
That is so impressive from such a young player. Very poised. She has a clear height advantage down there. That was a great move and finish by Rees then.
In her debut WNBL season, the 23-year-old. It's Kelsey Rees. His Soa from long range. Bounces off the rim and falls the way of McConnell. Hands it off to Pollard. And that's going to be a turnover. Travel's called. Good start here to Townsville.
And another youngster there in Pollard, who this is her first season in the WNBL, where she gets to play again in another pressure cooker environment and prepare her for finals coming up.
What do you think the mindset is between these two sides? The result doesn't matter for either of them tonight. They're playing finals. They'll take on different opposition in the semi-finals next week. What do you think? How do you think they're approaching tonight's game?
You want to win. You want to come out with your best effort. You want to take every possession personally because you want the momentum. You want the confidence heading into finals. It's actually a bit wild how much a win or a loss can affect you moving forward.
Does it put just an element of like a seed of doubt in your mind as a player, Beck?
Oh, I don't know if you're talking to the right person. There's not much seed of doubt that happens, but it's more just that winning momentum that pushes you forward. Because with a loss, you'll watch the tape. Again, they're not playing in the semi-finals, so they'll be focused on a completely different team. And Fowler, she is feeling it from outside, already 2 triples tonight. But it's, like you said, Jess, a bit of bragging rights going in. But what do you think, Chris?
Well, I think Townsville have lost a couple of games that they didn't want to lose, and one of them would have been against Bendigo. So they've made that very clear. The fact that Alicia Froling made a point of making that point in her pre-game, you can tell that's on their mind. So they'll be able to make a statement. They want to give this crowd something to cheer for, something. They've lost a couple of home games they wouldn't have wanted to drop this year. They want momentum and a statement going into finals for sure.
And as a coach, would you use that as motivation for your side? Saying, hey, last time we played, they beat us.
Absolutely, because these games that don't technically matter. You have to keep your players up. You need to keep your team focused. They are the small little details that can really get players going.
So far, Townsville have owned this first quarter at the moment. 13-6 their lead. McConnell into the corner for Pollard. Now to Werung. She's a deadly three-point shooter, and she shows it on this occasion.
But that's just beautiful ball movement as well. I mean, that is team offense at its best. Both of these teams are probably 2 of the best at doing that. Great finish.
Back to 4 points the difference. Woods working the perimeter. Now hands it out to Soa. Puts it on and rattles in.
What a season has Soa had. So, I mean, her release is so quick, but she really has improved her all-round game offensively. She's just had a stellar season.
Averaging 17 points per game is Mila Soa. Here's Pollard. Can't get it done. Ellis takes it away. To Courtney Woods. Mid-range 2 is no good. McConnell with the rebound.
McConnell is such a great rebounder for one of the shorter players out there in the league. She averages 6 rebounds a game, and it really is an asset to her and the Bendigo Spirit, especially today with KG being out, who averages a double-double. I'm sure she'll be someone, she could possibly have a double-double with rebounds here tonight.
Ellis looking for options. Woods, aggressive pass inside to Fowler. 2 to beat. Can't get the finish, but Froling also can't. Gets the O board and will go again.
Way to get your offensive stats up, ladies. But I love how aggressive Fowler has come out. She makes a big difference, and there's some games she just allows others to do their thing. She's a very selfless player. They are a better side when she's aggressive offensively.
This has been an aggressive start to Townsville. Got a timeout here in the first quarter, so take a look at Fowler and Froling. Hard for those second chance opportunities. Townsville 18, Bendigo 9. Pre-game, Kate Gaze caught up with the Bendigo coach, Kennedy Kariyama. They've lost their last 2 matches. Let's hear what he had to say.
The losses are always tough, but we've learned plenty from them. I mean, certainly our last one, obviously, against Perth was an incredibly close game. I also think, taking into account, we've played in that 2-week window, playing a game every 2.5 days, not making excuses. That's all the group are conditioned for, and they're great athletes, but you know, certainly that has an accumulative load or toll over time.
So they've got a challenge on their hands at the moment. Bendigo currently trail by 8 halfway through this opening quarter. They're 2 losses in round 16. A surprise loss to Geelong by 7 points on Friday night, and then a 24-point loss against Perth on the eve of finals. Can't be good for psychology.
You know it. And one player, like I said, to watch out, obviously, is Izzy Borlase. She's been a consistent scorer and provider for the Spirit. But in that game against Geelong, she was held till 11, then following up Perth 16. Again, that's still great scoreboard pressure for most people.
Kate Gaze was around the Bendigo huddle at that timeout. Kate, Coach Kennedy Kariyama looked pretty animated. What did he have to say?
Yeah, he's just talking to the girls about trying to get the ball to the other side of the floor, not shoot it too early, but try and exploit up, make the Townsville Fire play a bit more defence, I think.
Got themselves to an early lead here, the Fire, 18-9. Here's Borlase, lets it fly, and it rattles in.
So on the court for your team, the Townsville Fire, number 33, Lucy Olsen, and Chantal Horvath, 0.
That's going to be a turnover. Let's take a look on the Amy replay. Borlase connects for 3.
Never in doubt. Just a nice little play there by Bendigo. I think they're actually getting really good looks. Just a couple haven't dropped for them. Good to see that one go.
Borlase goes for it again. Back-to-back triples for the young superstar.
And I like that she goes straight back to the shot. You just hit one. Hey, I'm feeling it. Straight confidence into another one.
And once she gets her eye in, it's like, keep going away.
Already up to 7 points. Woods hands it off to Horvath. Last for 2.
And Horvath's so good for the Fire off the bench. She comes in, plays in a role to a T, and you know she's going to do all the little things for you. Screen hard, rebound, and then she can score at any given opportunity. As we see Megan McConnell, she wants to join in on the action.
Townsville have 5 players that average double figures. 2 of them aren't far behind. Lucy Olsen averages 9 points per game. Chantal Horvath, as you mentioned, the 8. That's pretty impressive.
It must be nice, Jess, because when you have that many people who are threats, if it's not someone's night shooting, there's another woman right up there to give it a crack and put points on the board. But that's the brand of basketball they've been playing all year. Team basketball.
I love how aggressive Pollard is. I mean, she's such a young player, but she has got great confidence to just back herself and go. That was a great drive.
And scores a level, so good response here to the Spirit. So I can't hand them the lead. Chance here for Bendigo to get their noses in front. Pollard lets it fly, can't get it to go. Woods with the rebound. Fowler to Soa, knocks it down!
You just have to know where she is. She only needs the tiniest little bit of time and space, and that shot's going up.
Fire punish you on O-Trans. You hit a quick shot out of your offense, they're out and running. She
goes again, Mila Soa. Start hands it off to Courtney Woods. It's going to be a foul called against Georgia Booth.
This is the start we wanted. This is the battle we wanted. Both teams, Bendigo started just a little bit slow. They're really getting their eye in now. What a game so far.
Been played with finals-like intensity, Larissa.
Absolutely. It's what we want to see. And particularly great job to Bendigo. It was always going to take them a couple of minutes just to not get used to not having Kelsey out there. I'm sure she's sitting at home very proud of how they've started.
Woods swings it across to Horvath. Bang, got it!
Great vision from Woods, just to see Horvath out the corner of her eye. Great execution, and good to see Horvath just shoot that.
Absolutely. You cannot hesitate as a shooter. That was wide open.
Shooting at 57% from three-point range. 4 out of 7 for the Fire in this opening quarter. Here's Kelsey Reese handing it off to Werrung. They go back to Kelsey Reese, working against Froling. Tough shot, can't get it done. Forced her onto the floor for the Fire. This last minute of this opening quarter. Horvath drives aggressively to the rack and gets the foul call on the way through.
She goes to the line, but I would have forgiven her for putting that 3 up. She just made one. She was wide open, but nevertheless, great drive.
support for the Bendigo Spirit is...
Well, there's no better way to show your club
Michelle
loyalty this WNBL season than repping your favourite player's jersey. Whether you're in the stands, watching from home, or shooting some hoops with friends, you can wear it with pride. Make sure you check them out at WNBLstore.com.au.
Sponsored by Marquee.
It's a pretty entertaining start to this contest. Townsville with an earlier lead. Bendigo hit back to draw scores level, and now Townsville getting some breathing room thanks to Chantal Horvath at the charity stripe. The lead is back out to 7.
The score is $26,000.
Hayley McDowell wide into the action for the Spirit. Just joined us, no Kelsey Griffin being managed tonight. Booth in the corner. Bounces off the rim, falls to Werrong, looked to go to Reese, but it has been broken up, taken away by Lucy Olsen. Townsville looking to put their foot down in the last 30 seconds. Olsen will head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Bendigo need to be careful here. They are rotating. They're getting some different players through, but they fought really hard to get back into this game. You don't want to allow Townsville, with this crowd and momentum, to get another big lead.
Lucy Olsen.
An 85% free throw shooter this season is Lucy Olsen. As we touched on earlier, averaging the 9 points off the bench.
A little bit off topic, but how good do the Townsville Fire uniforms look? They've gone a bit different with, would we call it apricot, ladies? Light pink.
Go with the apricot.
Peach? I don't know.
Peach?
I think pink.
Pastel pink?
Pastel pink.
I think they look fabulous. Reese.
Great find.
To McDowell White. Can't get it done. Final 15 seconds. Entertaining battles so far, these two competition heavyweights on the eve of the WNBL finals. The final match of the regular season. Final few seconds. Forster for 3. No good. Ellis! Oh, the buzzer! That was incredible from Abby Ellis. And puts an exclamation mark on a wonderful first quarter of WNBL hoops at the Fire Pit. At quarter time, it's the Townsville Fire 31, leading the Bendigo Spirit 20. out to the final match of the regular season at the 5 hit at quarter time. It is Townsville leading by 11 thanks to this from Abby Ellis on the buzzer. I'm not quite sure how she got that done, but what a start it was to the Fire. It was a quarter of momentum swings. Bendigo drew scores level after the Fire shot out of the blocks early, but Townsville steady to take an 11-point lead at the first break. Jess Webster with you in commentary alongside Bet Cole, Larissa Anderson and Kate Gaze, who's courtside for us tonight. Kate, you were around the Bendigo huddle the Fire huddle rather, at quarter time. What were the key messages?
Yes, Shannon was very happy in how the girls finished that quarter. He loved how aggressive they were offensively and the pressure they were putting on defensively. A bit on the uniform, girls, they're light pink colour, and it is to signify the relationship between the Townsville Fire and the Army. So a really special partnership between those two.
Thanks, Kate. They look absolutely fabulous. Well-supported round is Army round for the Fire every year. Good intercept from Forster. So plenty to like about that opening quarter. Milasoa leading with the 8 points. Fowler with the 6. The Bendigo Bullets. Ominous form early with 7 points. Forster misfires for 3. And Clark takes it away for the Spirit. Hands it off to Bullets. This is where she does her best work. Oh, went to the line for the N1.
And again, she's done it all season. She makes it look so easy, but that was tough. Got her in a hezzy crossover, off one leg, finished with the left.
But well done to Emma Clark there too. What a luxury for Bendigo to have someone of her calibre and size come in. Strong rebound, took off, recognised there was no fast break, pulled it out, set up a nice little look for Bollets there.
To 9 points now, Izzy Bollets, averaging the 23 points per game. Number 1 in the competition. An amazing season from the 21-year-old. Horvat in the corner. Too much on it. Another had a strong opening quarter for the Fire with 6 points. Townsville 31, Bendigo 23. Bollets swings it across to Werrong. McDowell hands it off to Reese. Now they go back to Werrong. Got it!
And Reese finally got the ball to Werrong, but she had 4 people on her as soon as she started dribbling. It was like beast honey, and we know Werrong can shoot that 3. So if Reese could just keep her eyes up early, I'm sure that will be on regularly.
Abby Ellis pulls up for 2, can't get the roll. Clark with the rebound. Start so far to the second quarter from Bendigo. Trail by 5. It's been broken up here by the Townsville defence. Olsen to Ellis. Thought about the 3. It's it back to Olsen. She pulls the trigger. Bounces off the rim. Fighting hard for this rebound. Let's take a look on the Amy replay. Abby Werrong for a triple. Thanks to the great work of Kelsey Rees into the starting 5 for the 2nd time this season. In the absence of Kelsey Griffin.
We just saw Casey Samuels there on the bench, suited up. She suited up last game against Perth for the first time, but didn't hit the floor. So it'll be interesting to see, will she get any minutes tonight? So moving forward, at least she's got a little bit of run under her belt, because it is a lot different training with your team compared to playing a game against an opposition.
Absolutely.
And we do know that she has been given exemption to play finals. Of course, she's had an injury-riddled season, played the first couple of games, has missed every game since with a foot injury.
And we all know what she's capable of doing, so if they can get a few minutes under her belt, who knows, it might be something Kate can help us find out. Go and whisper in the assistant coach's ears, is she going to hit the floor? It'd be really helpful for Bendigo. We all know that Casey Samuels can cause quite a lot of damage.
Well, with finals on our doorstep next week, make sure you download the free WNBL app to catch every score, story and stat. It's the fastest way to stay courtside with the WNBL. Scan the QR code on your screen now or simply search for the WNBL in your app's store.
Good call from the sideline there from the Bendigo Spirit staff.
Gonna reset and go again. Kelsey Reese takes a big deep breath. Townsville 31, Bendigo 28. 5-11 at quarter time. 1 win apiece so far in the regular season. Chance to take the head-to-head bragging rights tonight. Ellis off to Froling, steps away through. Couldn't quite get the finish. Wins the O-board against 3 Bendigo defenders and finds a bucket.
Just great effort by Froling. I want to point out that was a nice Euro. It just didn't go down, but again, going after her offensive rebound. She's got 4 already boards in the game.
Double substitution for your team, the Townsville Fire. Welcome back, number 1, Minnesota.
Let's take another look. Step work from Froling.
Yeah, she's done that a couple of times now. Bendigo need to do a better job blocking her out because she does follow her shot really well. She is strong on the boards.
A few turnovers creeping into Bendigo's game at the moment. 5-1. Ellis into the corner. Fowler, no good. Froling, another O-board.
Yeah, there she is again.
This time she's off target with Soa. 5 rebounds now for Alicia Froling. Borlase with the 10 points, hands it off to Pollard. Now they go back to Izzy. Werung in the corner. No good. Froling with the rebound, aggressively wins it. Courtney Woods back to Ellis. Woods one way, then the other. Now Ellis pulls the trigger. It's good!
Just about to say, great D from Bendigo there, but Fire just moved the ball so well until they find that option.
Townsville have won their last 6 games in a row, aiming for 7 in a row tonight as they head into finals.
Great defense by Ellis there, just getting up in the grill of McConnell and getting the jump ball, and on the other end, hitting the 3. But she definitely has a pep in her step today, Larissa.
She really does, and she hits the 3 and then she's straight up on McConnell, forcing the jump ball. Got a bit of a pep in your step, Beck.
I sure do, Larissa. It's finals time coming, baby.
We're getting a taste of it at the moment. Great battle between these two sides. Townsville will take on Southside in the semi-final series. Bendigo will play Perth. So we get 2 amazing semi-final series to come. That's going to be a Townsville ball.
I was just about to say, watch the little or big battle going on between Froling and Reese. There is a lot going on there. They are not holding back from each other. It's quite entertaining. For those at home who enjoy watching those, that we love a good big girl battle.
Townsville 36, Bendigo 28. So to Ellis, now to Courtney Woods. That one bounces off the glass, it's no good. Gregor onto the floor for Bendigo, couldn't connect with McConnell, out of play, fireball.
Unfortunate timing there. McConnell just tripped on a player's foot there just as the ball was being delivered. They've just got to cancel those little turnovers out. They fight their way back, then they turn the ball over. Now they're going to have to fight their way back in here. They need a good stop.
Fowler against Pollard, draws the foul.
And that's where in this huddle, the leader of Bendigo, you need to get your group together, just take a deep breath. Talk about your execution, looking after the ball, and okay, this is what we need to go back to doing on defense. This is where without KG, you need the likes of, you know, Borlase to really step up, use her voice, Meg McConnell being the point general there on the floor, and especially Werung when she's in the game.
So the only other player on Bendigo's roster tonight that's over 30 years of age is Casey Samuels. I'm not sure if she's going to take to the court tonight, but it's a pretty young side that Bendigo have out there.
You absolutely have to give them enormous amount of credit. Everyone keeps talking about it all season, waiting for them to crumble, waiting for them to, and they just haven't done it. Yeah, sure, they've had a couple of losses the last 2 games, but as Kennedy did point out, that there are some, you can point a little bit of that towards different injuries and schedule. They have done an amazing job this season, blooding these young players, and they have not disappointed. They've all stepped up.
For balance as well, I think there's only one player, correct me if I'm wrong, on Townsville's playing list that is 30 years or older, and that's Alicia Froling, who had her 30th birthday last week. So they're still a pretty young side as well.
Yeah, it doesn't count. If you turn 30 in the year, it doesn't count. But they have so many players, I wish, so many players though that again have finals experience, have played together. Yeah. Coach Shannon Seeboff has also coached in many finals, so they have that advantage, I think, with them going forward.
Yeah, if you can keep a core group together, that is a huge advantage, particularly with a season like this when you've got so many injuries and other things playing out. That core group always know what to do.
And it's wild to say that we're talking about a team that won the championship last year, Bendigo, not having as much experience as a team like Townsville. But yeah, plenty of changes to Bendigo's roster this season. So to be in contention again is
a great effort.
A sensational effort, as you mentioned, Larissa. 5 with the advantage still here in the second quarter, leading by 9. And led by 11 at quarter time. So fairly even second quarter.
And to be clear, we're certainly not saying that they have no chance in finals. We all know what Bendigo are capable of.
Abby Ellis checks out, we'll have a rest. Well, they've won 6 in a row, Townsville. They've had a few losses up at the fire pit. Had 3 in the middle of the season, Perth, Bendigo and Geelong. So wanting to keep the winning vibes happening in front of their vocal and loyal home fans.
Yeah, there's been a couple, I think I mentioned it before, there's been a couple of home losses that they'd be really disappointed with this season. They've only lost 4 for the whole year.
Yeah, and 3 came at home.
And 3 were at home, and they were more to the back end of this season. So I think there's a lot playing for them today.
4 minutes to go in the half. Ooh. Heavy contact. So back to her feet.
Blocking foul called on number 8, Catherine McGregor, her second personal
Just a tangle of legs there. The foul going against McGregor.
You gotta hate those fouls as a player. If she hadn't been in foul trouble there, that's literally just someone tripping over her feet. But you have to call it.
Are in the bonus, so it'll send Soa to the line. 17 points she's averaging per game, as I mentioned before, and a 94% free throw shooter this season from Mila Soa. It's proof of why.
Yeah, if you watch her shooting form, she doesn't leave a whole lot of room for error. It is very... Her technique is almost flawless.
Timeout here in the second quarter. Townsville 41, Bendigo 28. And just like that, it's a new game-high lead to the Fire. They led by 11 points at quarter time, and now they've extended their advantage to 13 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Competitive game so far, but Townsville just shoot at such an amazing clip, and they just got weapons everywhere.
And that's the thing, Beck mentioned that before, when you have a side as deep as Townsville do, 1 or 2 players can afford to have a slightly off night, and they, to their credit, do such a good job moving the ball and going to whoever is on song that night.
Bendigo, though, right now, they're still shooting at a great clip. 50% from inside the paint and then 40% from beyond the arc. So they're still doing a great job. They just haven't got up as many shots right now. And they're at 8 turnovers, you mentioned earlier, Jess. That's just been something that has made this margin just grow a little bit.
Makes an exit a timeout here in the second quarter. Townsville 41 leading Bendigo 28. The final match of the regular season in the WNBL competition. Jess Webster with you alongside Beck Cole, Larissa Anderson and Kate Gaze courtside for us tonight. Gaze, you were around the Bendigo huddle at that timeout. What did Coach Kennedy Periyama have to say?
the ball to get inside the paint, either passing it to the girls posting up or attacking off the dribble.
Well, it's off quite a few sets of hands. Where it goes out of play. It'll stay with the Spirit.
But credit to Townsville defence here. They're absolutely trying to focus to go inside. But just have a look. Townsville are really packing it in right now and forcing Bendigo outside and making it really difficult to go inside.
Pollard working against Horvath. Oh, the reverse was beautiful.
Great move there. Great finish. If they can get a couple of players like Pollard to just lift their confidence a little bit, that's invaluable going into next week.
Back to 11 points the difference. Lucy Olsen works the perimeter. Froling loses it, regains possession. Now to Soa in the corner. Look out!
I mean, Booth was not that far off her there, but she just doesn't need any time or space to get that shot off.
13 points and counting for Milasoa. Pollard bounces off the rim, the rebound to Woods. Oh, how about the pass to Horvath? A little fumble. Allowed the Bendigo defence to come in and clean it up.
And when Bendigo get it inside the paint, they need a cutter from opposite wing side and also a spot-up shooter. So they just need a bit more ball movement right now.
Pollard sinks it from long range.
She's very switched on right now. You can even see she's very focused. They've got to keep going to her there. Great first half so far.
She's up to 10 points. Averages to 6 per game, Olivia Pollard. Feeling it at the moment, keeping her side in touching distance to the Fire. Froling working hard, gets the result.
That was great defense by Pollard. Used her body hand straight up. But Froling's been a monster inside the paint so far.
Yeah, it was just better offense.
Clark from outside the arc.
Both these teams are a pretty solid three-point percentage teams. I mean, Townsville lead the league at nearly 40% from the three-point, which is that's a huge percentage. But Bendigo have shot 35% for the season, so they definitely back themselves, both these teams, as they should.
Bendigo shooting at 47% from outside the perimeter. Got to within 10 points. Good little run here. Fowler!
And her toe was just over the line.
My apologies.
It counts as a 2.
It kills you. Just that fat toe, just touching the line. I'm not saying she has a fat toe, by the way.
Here's Clark. Can't get it done. Reese with the O board. Off the right, it's no good. Horvath with the rebound. Olsen is no good. Final minute of the opening half at the Fire Pit. Townsville with a 13-point advantage. Dow White inside to Clark. Up against Woods. Gets the bucket.
Great pass inside and just good poise from Clark in there. Back down the mismatch in Woods.
Courtney Woods now to Horvath. And now Soa. It's been one of their best in the first half. Horvath, feet set wide open. Can't make it count. Last 30 seconds. Connell out to Reese, the youngster. It's no good. Clark with the O board. An important one too with 20 seconds on the clock. He gets the foul.
And it's good she got the foul there because there was one possession left on the clock. And that's where as well Bendigo need to talk to each other. Hey, let's pull it out. But she did have the mismatch there. And it's great to see Clark come on and be aggressive.
She's been very aggressive. And the minutes that she's been able to accumulate over the last few games is going to be invaluable to Bendigo Spirit going into the finals campaign.
Burgers on the line.
There's been a lot of burgers on the line today.
Getting hungry, Larissa. Oh, we do have burgers at the Fire Pit tonight. The code is on your screen. WKicker. Make sure you head to the WNBL app and claim your Hungry Jack's free cheeseburger. little reward for the fans tonight in the final regular season game. Olsen adds to her tally on the buzzer. Halftime here at the Fire Pit. A strong opening half to the minor premiers, the Townsville Fire. They've got 51 points on the board, and they lead the Bendigo Spirit 51-38. Milasoa, the pick of the bunch, with 13 points at halftime. She started her night beautifully. Woods and Fowler on 7. Horvat with 9 points as well. The leading scorers for Bendigo, Pollard and Borlays, both with 10 points each. But let's head courtside because Kate Gaze is down there with Milasoa.
Mila, great first half, 13 points. Your team, I think, has scored 48 points, if I'm not wrong. What are the positives from the first half?
Yeah, I think we're doing a really good job pushing the floor. Once we get a rebound or stop, we get a rebound and we go before they can set up. And I think the point guards are doing a really good job setting up the first screen and coming off, creating an advantage for us.
They tested you a bit there early, but you kept with it. They're not going away. What do you think Shannon's message will be coming out of halftime?
Yeah, they're definitely not going to go away. I think defense is going to be super important. We need to lock it down on that end, and then keep up what we're doing. Push it in trains, keep in the ball, find the open person.
We love your work. Good luck for the second half, Mila.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Love the vibes at the Fire Pit tonight at halftime. It is the Fire leading Bendigo by 13 points, 51-38. Stay with us. We've got Bet Cole and Larissa Anderson to break down the first half after the break.
Now, by my calculations, we talked about this pretty day. You said he's going. He wants it hard. You said to me, $1,000 off the alley for every point scored by the Fire. Do me a favour and have a look at the scoreboard. Tell me, how many points has the Townsville Fire scored? 50. 50 points. That means how much is coming off this demo alley? $15,000. So if you been thinking about you guys are thinking, one more time, people missed it, tell us about the car that we're taking this money off. So the Q8 Electron, it's a beautiful car, fully electric, fast traveling, battery capacity, awesome performance, brilliant technology. Alright, asterisk 6, it's a demo model, how many Ks again? 9,490. What is the recommended retail price? $190,000. So let's do a quick calculation. 50 points, $50,000. At this point, it's available for sale tomorrow at Addison Townsville for how much? $140,000. And we've still got a half to go, right? That's right. I'm looking down there, he's looking around the place. Alright, good luck to the second one who's there every day. 50 grand off that car so far. That is pretty amazing. The alley each on Q8. Is that the one they sing? I think they keep singing in one of those, yes. She's basically letting the girls have a car worth $190,000 for carpool karaoke. That is amazing. Are we going to get the hype crew girls out? Let's bring out our Townsville Fire hype crew. Come on out, girls. We're going to move in and take it to the hype crew at halftime. Army around. Make some noise for your hype crew, Townsville.
Half-time at the Townsville Entertainment Centre, and we are entertained tonight. Townsville are taking on Bendigo, and they lead by 12 points at half-time, 50-38. A strong start to the home side tonight for the minor premiers on the eve of finals in the WNBL competition. Jess Webster with you at the desk tonight, alongside two-time WNBL champion Bet Cole and former player and coach Larissa Anderson. Break it down for me, ladies. What did you notice from the opening half?
Well, it's been a great first half, a blockbuster, exactly what we wanted, getting us prepared for finals here on the other side. But Townsville, they just came out with all class, getting it done early again. By committee, the ball movement's been great. They're sitting at 10 assists already. But Bendigo, they threw their punches, that's for sure. Massive inside presence from that young gun there, Reese. But I can't wait to see what the second half has in store for us, Larissa.
Yeah, look, once again, like we discussed in the first game, it's all about defence for Bendigo right now. Giving up 50 points at half-time is not going to get it done. They're renowned for playing great defence. They're not going to be happy with that. As you said, Beck, credit to Townsville with the way they share the ball, they move the ball, they're playing so well. Bendigo need to figure out a way to slow down that scoring, which will then also create some more scoring opportunities for them.
Is that the number one focus, do you think, for Coach Kennedy Kariyama, given that they're coming off a 24-point loss to Perth last week? They play, obviously, finals next week. The result doesn't matter tonight, but is that something that you feel like they want to fine-tune ahead of finals?
I would have thought so. Defensively, that has to be a focus. It creates so much offense, and it's been such it's been a real huge asset to Bendigo all season. They've been so good defensively, so they definitely would not be happy with that tonight so far.
The two leading scorers for the two sides tonight, Mila Sowa and Izzy Borlase. 13 points for Mila and 10 points for Izzy Borlase. Two of the superstars of the competition showing us what they've got in the opening half. Mila Sowa, when she is up and running, Beck, has to be one of the most exciting players in the comp.
She sure is. Her shot release is so quick. She just reminds me of Steph Curry. They don't need no time. They can shoot from anywhere on the floor, and she gets her team going. And then on the other side of things, you have Borlase. And Riss, you said it earlier, when she gets her eye in, if you're an opponent, boy, watch out, because it is scary. But she's so strong, and she's such a high-caliber player for only 21 years old.
What do you think of her game so far tonight, Larissa? Izzy Borlase?
Oh, she's so much fun to watch. As you said, she's only 21 years old. She's having such a strong season, understandably up for MVP candidate, as she should be. And you can see her stats there. 10 points in the first half. They need to get her the ball more, particularly with the Kelsey Griffin missing, even though really impressed with young Pollard stepping up so far. They definitely could do a lot more from Borlase, but always impressed with her game.
This is the Blackmores head-to-head, Mila Sowa against Izzy Borlase. Speaking of Olivia Pollard, her and Alex Fowler have also given us some shooting from the top shelf tonight. So take a look at some of their highlights. Alex Fowler came out in that first quarter, really set the tone.
I'm so impressed with her, as I mentioned through the first half. When she's aggressive offensively, they are even so much harder to guard. They've already got so many fire weapons out there, but she is so capable of doing more offensively. She just doesn't need to with what they've got on their team. But my goodness, look out if she can start firing for them as well. She's so impressive because we all know what she does defensively. She plays both ends of the floor so well.
That was the forward shot chart between Alex Fowler and Olivia Pollard. Well, finals are on our doorstep. As we know, finals basketball is different basketball. So let's have a listen at what a few of our players had to say with finals just around the corner.
What changes about my mindset once finals are locked in? I think it's just, you know, each game is do or die now. So I think everything you've learnt throughout the season as a team and as individuals, you have to bring it in now because each game is crucial leading up to trying to get that championship at the end of the day.
Able to blow by Farrar Reid.
A lot probably would have changed about my mindset, but I think my role on this team and where I'm at in my career, very little changes about my mindset because it's about continual improvement to maximize the potential of our team. And if that eventuates in a championship, that's phenomenal. But if we fall short, knowing that we did everything we could to put ourselves in a position, that's all you can really control.
Mindset when you're going into finals does change. I feel like there is a little bit more pressure because you do play in elimination games, but I feel like that is when you can get a little bit tense and you can start to play not as well. So I feel like your mindset changes, but you're also just trying to continue to do what you've been doing during the regular season that works well. And we have a young team, so I feel like just trying to keep everyone as calm as you can and just trying to stick to the basics, stick to the game plan, stick to all of our rules, and I feel like trying to keep everyone on the same page as much as you can, even though there is like a lot more people in the stands. It's a lot of pressure. If you lose, you go home.
In the front court, single numbers for Woods.
The mindset shift that kind of happens when finals comes around is probably the level of competitiveness that's out there, and I think perhaps not overthinking or focusing on the outcome. You've really got to lock into the, I guess, the process of what gets you to the outcome, and I think that's what we've kind of tried to pride ourselves on all year, is like focusing on the little things we can do throughout the game and trying to keep that consistent.
And when you think that we've got a crowd tonight of 3,287, if every one of those people brought a friend to the finals, imagine how this place would roar. What are we going to do with that? Eric, what's this? It's all about. I think you've got to let this one be up. Oh, okay. Congratulations, Bernie. Thanks very much. I just want to thank my wife and, So, should we make that a project of people to try and bring one extra person to the final? We double that crowd. We want to be absolutely jam-packed here on Sunday. Members, city final tickets, 10 a.m. tomorrow, general public, midday on Tuesday. And what was it you wanted me to do with this? What did you say to do? Maybe 600 rules. All right, sorry. I understand that. But I was just wondering, I wasn't entirely sure what it was you were trying to come and put it. I thought I was going to have to take some air out of it. Just look at this fine. Okay, that's where it is. Don't forget to be looking for signs. Somewhere in this room.
Half-time at the Townsville Entertainment Centre. The Fire leading by 12 over the Bendigo Spirit. 50 plays 38. Jess Webster with you alongside Bert Cole, Larissa Anderson, and courtside for us tonight, three-time WNBL champion Kate Gaze, and she is with a very special guest. It is none other than seven-time LPGA winner and the member of the World Golf Hall of Fame, Carrie Webb. Over to you.
Yes, guys, I am joined by one of Australia's greatest ever athletes, Carrie Webb. Carrie, so great to have you here. You've been a supporter of the Townsville Fire for a number of years now. What is it about the Townsville Fire that is so special?
Well, they're the best team to come out of North Queensland by far, and every year they show up and have a chance of winning the championship every year. And obviously I grew up in North Queensland, so I just like to come and support the girls, and along with everyone here in Townsville, they get such a good turnout.
And the game tonight, it doesn't mean much in final standings, but the fans have showed out, as they do week in and week out. What do you think of the game today?
The girls look great. You know, they've gone on some runs and then let Bendigo back in a little bit, but I think that finish to the first half put them with a nice cushion going into the second half. So I look forward to the finish.
Well, thank you so much for coming and supporting the Fire. I love to see you here, and I think the girls do too, so thank you very much.
Thanks, Kate.
An icon in the house tonight, Carrie Webb. How great to see a legend of Australian sport supporting the WNBL competition. Looking forward to a massive second half here at the Fire Pit. It was the Fire, 11 points at quarter time, 12 points at the half. We've seen a few momentum shifts in the contest so far. No ladder positions for these sides to worry about, but winning form is everything heading into the postseason. And while it doesn't matter when it's the final ladder, which will come down to points percentage, winning the head-to-head tonight, I think, is something that these two sides will want to put a little tick next to. Bendigo with an early stop to start the third quarter. Of course, if you've just joined us, no Kelsey Griffin for the Spirit tonight. Woods with the steal, running downhill, and she'll go all the way, get the finish.
And a great start for them, a steal and an offensive transition layup. And if you're Bendigo, you want to make sure you're looking after the ball. That's 8 turnovers. Like you said earlier, 50 points and a half is just too many. So if they can lock down, they're not doing anything wrong on the offensive end. So they just need to make sure that they switch on, execute their game plan, know your individual scout, and look after the ball.
Townsville 52, Bendigo 38. Ellis into the corner. Fowler from long range. Here goes McConnell for the Spirit. It's no good. Woods cleans it up. This lead continuing to grow for Townsville. Look out. Rattles out from Soa, but Woods gets it back and makes amends.
And that came again from Alicia Rowling with yet another offensive board.
Yeah, that really, really hurts.
Timeout here in the third quarter because Townsville have made their move. They lead by 20, 58 to 38. Well, a little bit of danger signs now for Bendigo, Beck.
It is 20 points right now. We know how fast Townsville Fire can put points on the board. So a good timeout needed just to refresh, restart, come out. But if you're Bendigo, you're not winning this game in one possession. You need to still execute your X's and O's, your defense, and just take it one possession at a time.
We know they've got one eye on the finals, Larissa, but you don't want to go in there with a massive defeat under your hands.
No, and look, what we've just seen there is exactly what happens. If you give Townsville a sniff, they're just going to take it, and especially if this home crowd, you can tell that they really want to make a statement today and finish the season on an absolute high and in form. So Bendigo need to be really careful here and disciplined.
3 players in double figures for Townsville. Soa 13, Woods 12, Fowler 10 points. So Townsville have made their move here in the third quarter. Soa misfires in the corner, but Woods says thank you very much. And their lead is now out to 20 points here in the third quarter. 58 plays 38. It was 12 points of difference at three-quarter time. 8 unanswered, at halftime rather, 8 unanswered points to the Fire to start the third. So Bendigo need a response.
And that's just in the first minute and a half, so it just shows how quickly the Fire can pour on those points. Bendigo just need to focus on one stop at a time here, get a really good settling basket here, and then focus on how many stops they can get.
Here's Kelsey Reese. Here goes Pollard. Well defended by Townsville. Woods over to Fowler. Woods hands it to Soa, who drives to the rack, can't get the finish. Reese with the rebound.
We can hear Coach Kennedy on the sideline telling them to go. He really wants them to run off these stops. Great pass.
Lays to
Pollard there.
That was a nice pick and roll action. The pass, what a diamond, tough finish.
Woods hands it off to Ellis, works away inside, now goes to Fowler. No good, we're on with a rebound.
So there's 2 stops. Let's see if they can get another score here and just chip away at this. They've just dug a little bit of a hole, but there's a long way to go.
And when Bendigo run on transition, this is where you definitely miss Kelsey Griffin. She is running to the centre of the basket, ceiling, demanding the ball. I'd love to see whoever, if it's Reese or Pollard, make sure you run, one of you, and then the other one can be the trail shooter, because they're both great at shooting, but give your guards an option inside, and at least you also are drawing attention.
Oh, Werung, that was a nice move, just couldn't get the finish. Reese found a path through.
Yeah, that's a strong rebound there, but as you mentioned, Jess, great drive there by Abby Werung. So that's 2 stops, 2 scores.
So to Woods. Just trips over the feet of Reese. But she'll get the foul nonetheless. It's going to be 3rd personal for Kelsey Reese. Couple of changes made on the floor at the moment. Clark checks into the game for the Spirit.
5 hands up.
12 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists for Courtney Woods. Could we be on triple-double watch, perhaps?
I wouldn't be surprised. She has been on triple-double watch a few times this season. That's just something that Woody has done all season in all areas. She's averaging the 14 points per game, the almost 7 assists and 4 rebounds, and she's shooting at 46%. So she's been super impressive just as an all-rounder this season, as well as her leadership that she's brought to the Fire.
Olsen hands it off to Soa. Fowler, Woods gets an open look. Can't get it to go. Abby Werung, ball in hand for Bendigo. Shares it with Clark. Now to Georgia Booth. Out to Pollard. Now swings it across to Werung. Shot clock down to 5. Ball A's from downtown. Izzy Borlays, what can't she do?
She has a smile at that one too. No, she should. That was a big shot.
Back to 15. It was 20 points to start this 3rd quarter. Fowler with strength up against Clark. Couple of goes at it, finds the bucket.
That's 10 offensive rebounds now to Townsville. It's definitely something along with the turnovers that Bendigo need to continue to address.
Borlays keeps it alive. Pollard. No good. 5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Here's Olsen for the Fire. Gone out of play.
And that's good, Chris. Like you said, how many stops can you get in a row? Bendigo, they've made them turn over the ball, but as we see on the Amy replay, whack, whack, good night, boys. That was a deep 3.
Up to 13 points. Here's Borlays.
They're the fun shots to take right back. You have no other choice. There's a shot clock about to go. You've got to put that shot up. No pressure at all.
McConnell for the Spirit, hands it off to Clark. Go to Borlays. Clark. Thought about the 3, now works away inside and gets the foul, heading to the line for a pair of free throws.
Pushing down foul on 0, Chantal Morgan, the 3rd personal foul.
Probably surprised herself. That was such a good drive. She was more open than what she thought. Could have finished that one.
That's where it hurts. This is the first.
Well, the Bendigo Spirit only shooting 50% from the free throw line, and we saw it in the game earlier today. I think there just must be a cover on the rim when the players have been entering that, but you know, maybe they're just getting all the jitters out before finals comes around.
Oh my goodness.
Had to do it the hard way there, Clark, but couldn't get the finish either. Remains as a 17-point lead to Townsville.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on today with the free throws, Beck.
And no issues from outside the arc for Milasoa.
About to say, just step back to the three, ladies. Forget the free throws.
Back out to that 20-point lead. Pollard shares it with Booth. Now they go to McConnell. Soa for company. Now Fowler with the defense. Over the top to Pollard. That's a great move.
Yeah, sure is. Really patient. I mean, Five's defense was relentless in there. Switch, 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 and just up in their grill. But you can just see the patience here. And Pollard is having a really strong game. That's a nice left-hand finish there. Off to the foul line for only their 10th attempt from the free throw line. So if they could get to the free throw line and make them, that would really help their cause. That's a tongue.
Say free throw line pick 5 times.
You do it first. That's a tongue twister.
Townsville 65, Bendigo 47. Fowler back to Soa. 16 points, her return tonight. Drives hard to the basket for 2 more.
That was nice.
That key was just way too open and inviting there for Soa. She's going to gobble them up every time.
Connell into the corner. Clark, no good. Olsen with the rebound.
6-7, 6-7.
3 minutes to go in the third.
And you heard the court announcer say 6-7, 6-7, because Townsville's on 67 points. And the kids went crazy. I still don't understand what it means, but we love it here.
I think that's the point. No one knows what it means. Still going with it. Here's Horvath at the line. No mistakes at the line for Chantal Horvath, and she's another one into double figures for the Fire now with the 10 points. A new game high lead for Townsville, 22 points. McConnell goes to Clark, back to McConnell, has ball ace to her left, elects to go back to Clark. Now they go to Reese, up against Horvath, just working extremely hard to find her way through and just didn't have enough on the shot.
Look, if you just watch Townsville's D up close there, they are just so aggressive. They talk, they're all on the same page. That was almost a really nice finish there by Kelsey Reese. But Townsville are making it so difficult for Bendigo to get what they want offensively.
Ooh. Aggressive defense from Georgia Booth. That'll be a second personal for Georgia. Townsville fans loving what they're seeing at the moment tonight against Bendigo. Huge playoff series to come. Starting next week. Horvath, no good. McGregor hands it off to McConnell. Back to McGregor, almost stolen. She finds a way through McGregor and gets a bucket.
Lovely finish there, and almost a sneaky little steal from Ellis after a hard hit to the floor, but good to see she's okay. Oh, Horvath did not even give that a look then.
Fowler goes for it. It's no good. Reese with the rebound. 5th rebound for Kelsey Reese tonight. McConnell, bounces off her foot. It'll be a Townsville ball.
There's a lot of feet getting in the way tonight, but unfortunately another turnover for Bendigo. It's just that first few minutes of this quarter has really hurt them. They just need to stay with this.
12-4 of the turnovers the way Bendigo. Something they'll want to clean up ahead of the finals. 90 seconds to play here in the third. Margin still sitting at 20. Olsen gasses off the rim. Warren cleans it up. Strong third quarter of the Fire. They led by 12 at halftime. Reese battling hard. Draws the foul.
I love that doesn't matter her age, that it's her first season in the WNBL. Kelsey Reese has come out so aggressive, has improved so much every single game. It just gets better and better. Doesn't care who she's going up against. She has to come up against the best bigs every week. It's really helped her game. She's done such a good job.
This is the first.
And it probably helped at training as well, that not only the games you're versing the best bigs, but you're versing KG and Tolo all training, and what better way to prepare you for game day?
Absolutely, and I have no doubt that that was a big reason for, or one of a few of the reasons that she decided to go there. It's invaluable when you can train against those players day in, day out. You only have 1 or 2 games a week for the most part. Training really does matter.
Coming off the bench so far this season, Kelsey Reese, she's had 6 matches where she's scored double figures, all coming in the second half of the season. So that sort of goes to what you were saying, Larissa, about her growth. We've certainly seen that.
Absolutely. She's only showing just a pinch of what she can do. She's not going to get any smaller, so she's shown she's got really good range. She's a really good size out there and just gaining confidence every week.
Of course, has good pedigree, as we know. Mum played WNBL, father a 4-time NBL champ. These are the stories too that we love about the competition. Someone like Kelsey Reese with a great family background coming into the sport and really owning her opportunities in a WNBL season. We love seeing that continuation of the generations.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, how special would it be for Mum and Dad to sit at home and see her? I mean, she's been away at college all these years and now coming back in and making this sort of impact in her first season. You couldn't ask for more, but I've said it before, I got to play with her mum in my first season in the WNBL. I credit all of Kelsey to Mum. Sorry, Dad, not sorry.
No arguments here, I think, Larissa.
Well, they can't argue back right now, which I love. I may get a message. That's okay.
Townsville 69, Bendigo 52. It's broken up by Clark. Possession will remain with the Fire.
Right on cue, got it from her mama. Music just came on, Larissa. The DJ heard you.
Do not lie with the song.
Ellis fires for 3. No,
they have a light feed up here. Love it.
It just needs to be playing when she gets a shot away. Here we go. Here's a chance. Kelsey Reese. Just as the song stopped too. Final seconds here of the third.
They love these buzzer beaters.
Just not quite on that occasion. 3/4 time at the Fire Pit. Townsville in the box seat to make it 7 in a row tonight on the eve of finals. They lead the Bendigo Spirit 69-52 at 3/4 time. See you on the other side of the break for the final quarter.
Oh, Billy. It's got the Aussie Coils, very Townsville. It's lit up. This is my song today, Army. Congratulations, you guys. And to bring over the prize bag. Special mention to you guys for every side that you bought this year. Don't be disappointed. I'll find you something to give you, I promise. That is a really good effort. Let's hear it from these guys. Good call.
One more quarter to come in this contest at the Fire Pit. Townsville made their move in that third quarter. They've established a commanding lead now, 17 points as we turn for home here at three-quarter time. 69 plays 52. Milasoa up to 18 points for the Fire. She leads the scoring. Pollard up to 14 points now for Bendigo. Great to see so many fans in the house tonight enjoying what they're seeing from the minor premiers on the eve of the WNBL finals. As we get the final quarter underway, Jess Webster with you alongside Bet Cole, Larissa Anderson and Kate Gaze, who's courtside for us tonight. Kate, what did you find out at three-quarter time?
That three-quarter time huddle was nothing but business by the Townsville Fire. The girls, before Shannon got in there, words of encouragement, direction out there from the leaders. Shannon comes in, all business, what to run next, what they need to work on defensively. Great to see.
Not taking their foot off the gas in the final quarter. Woods. No good. That's one back by Froley. Now they go to Ellis. Back to their co-skipper, Courtney Woods. Finds her way through traffic. Up and in for two. Picking up where they left off in that third quarter.
Yeah, Bendigo need to address those offensive rebounds. It's really important here they don't allow this to blow out, that they really want to get one possession at a time, quality offense, quality defense.
Darwhite, no,
finish this game strong.
So we're set up for a blockbuster final series in the WNBL competition. Townsville to take on Southside, Bendigo to take on Perth. The way Townsville are going at the moment, on their way to 7 wins in a row. Beck, they're going to be hard for Southside to stop their momentum next week.
They sure will be. They're minor premiers for a reason. And it's great that they have home court advantage. They love the Fire Pit. Getting a win here against Bendigo, another top side, will be great confidence for them. I quite like the matchup of the Flyers versus the Fire. They have lost to them once this season, but I think they're first for a reason right now. So for me, if I'm to choose, if you're making me choose, Jessica, I'm putting my spirit in the Fire.
Do you know what? I did not ask that question directly. Every time I've asked you a direct question this season on who might win, you've given me nothing. I didn't ask it then, and you gave me a tip.
There's the key, Jess.
Because I'm used to it.
Didn't have to put you under the pub. Love that from you, Rebecca. Have you seen anything from Bendigo tonight, Larissa, that gives you confidence they can challenge Perth in their semi-final series?
They've shown that they can challenge Perth every time they've played them. I know they'd be disappointed about last week, but Perth shot the lights out as well. So at the end of the day, Bendigo should absolutely back themselves. Miss Kelsey Griffin is going to be so fresh and ready to go next week as well, and we all know the difference she makes. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from Pollard today, loving what I'm seeing from Reese. I know Emma Clark's struggling a little bit from the field, but I'm still really enjoying her aggression, and we all know she can connect. So as we see her here in the fast break, they've got a lot to really be happy with going into next week.
What do they have to clean up? Because Perth have won all 4 matchups against Bendigo this regular season.
Well, defensively is where, like, watching right now, they've slowed. They really need to focus defensively, I think. And obviously, the matchup against Hangzhou is the tough one for Bendigo. But I think Kelsey Reese, with the experience she's had in being able to play her 4 times now, is going to help for sure. But at the end of the day, she's 6'11" for all 40 minutes of that game. She never shrinks, and I think Bendigo definitely need to focus defensively on what they're going to do.
And then on the other scheme of things, obviously defense, you're not wrong. Perth has so many weapons.
Yeah.
But it was their second half against Perth where they went to a 1-3-1 zone and they couldn't score.
Yeah.
So they would have gone, yes, focused on this game. But I bet you Coach Kennedy and Kelsey Griffin has the team going, how are we going to beat a 1-3-1 on offense against that zone?
It definitely slowed them down, so they would absolutely address that for sure.
Clark couldn't connect with Werrong. Last touch Bendigo, so it's going to be Townsville with possession.
That's the thing, we're talking about finals, and we've both been there, Riss, but it's a completely different ball game. It actually does not matter what happened all regular season. You go, it's who can handle the pressure, who wants the moment, who hustles and who executes.
I absolutely loved the insight that we had going into the break before the 3/4 time from all the different players about finals. You can really tell the difference between which players that spoke have played a lot of finals and who haven't. You can't buy that experience, and we have got some really experienced players in the name of Kelsey Griffin, Kayla George, Courtney Woods. That makes a huge difference going into finals. Once you've been there a few times, you just know what to do. And it is, as Beck said, a completely different ball game.
Do you coach differently when it comes to finals?
Well, you'd hope not. You need to keep your troops really calm. And as Kelsey Griffin pointed out when she was discussing finals, there's certain things you can't control as long as you've given it your best shot.
An early end to Frolling's night, and she wants to get the crowd involved because she's not happy and neither are the fans.
Fouled out with 7 minutes to go. No one enjoys that.
Not at all. An early end to Alicia Frolling's night.
I'd love to get her mic'd up.
I love that. Getting the crowd to kind of get behind her and say, that's not fair. What do we think of the call?
Considering the battle that's been going on between the two of them, I don't blame her for being a bit frustrated with that one.
Got a timeout here in the last quarter. Just under 7 minutes left in the contest. Townsville still well in control, leading by 21 points. So Alicia Frolling out for the rest of the game. 6 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Her return tonight. I don't know about you, but I reckon that's probably just got to fire it up for the final series. Just quietly, you don't want an angry Alicia Frolling in the finals. If you're the opposition, of course. Let's head courtside to Kate Gaze, who was lurking around the Bendigo huddle at that last timeout. What did Coach Kennedy Kiriyama want to see from his troops in these last 7 minutes, Kate?
Yeah, before the game I was chatting to him actually, and he said he's going to try out some different things this game. He's going to try and play different combinations, different defenses, different offenses, and I think in that timeout he was drawing up one of those offenses to try. So we'll see what he does here. Also going off the court, Alicia Frolling, arms in the air, getting this crowd going.
Gazy, was she asking for more cowbell?
Yes, she was. She sure was.
Blaze can't add to a tally. It's going to stay with Bendigo. There's Alicia Frolling. Have to be a spectator for these last 6 and a bit minutes. Townsville win the ball back. So we still haven't seen Casey Samuels on the floor for the Spirit yet. I think we all looked at each other and read each other's minds. But she didn't play last week. Of course, we know she has got special clearance to play in the finals, but Coach Kennedy Kiriyama hasn't pulled the trigger yet to put her out there.
And I don't know if Kate Gaze can maybe go down and find out from the Spirit bench. Will we get to see Casey Samuels in this last 6 minutes, or Will we just have to wait and see?
We'll get Gazy on the case. Let's see what she can come back with. As Abby Wareham checks out of the game. There is Coach Kennedy Carrialme. We want to see Casey Samuels. I'm not sure if he can hear us.
There'd have to be a reason why you're not playing her, because you would otherwise.
Let's head to Gazy. Gazy, have you found out any more info?
Yes, I did sneak down there and I had a little whisper to Mariana Tolo, but we will not be seeing Casey Samuels out there today, but she didn't tell me why.
Okay, well that's a very intriguing situation for Bendigo heading into finals. Reese with a couple of attempts, she draws the foul. Again, the crowd is not happy.
Not happy, but I'm really happy with how hard she's working on the boards. I mean, that's a great job by her. She's getting a lot of attention. Look, just relentless there. Keeps going. Probably a little bit soft, but...
But it's a compliment. She's so young.
Yeah,
and she's
absolutely.
getting double-teamed. They're going after her. You know, the Townsville bigs are getting upset if the foul gets called on them.
Someone's been teed up here, it seems.
I think it was Chantel Horvat. So Ball Ace will shoot the technical free throw, and then her teammate Reese will go to the line for 2.
Thank you, referee Cole.
Let's head back to courtside to Kate Gaze.
Yeah, guys, the Townsville bench was very animated just then, jumping up and down on the sidelines. The refs had enough of it. After the technical foul, Shannon had also had enough of it. So I think a few of those girls might be in a bit of trouble after the game. But they had a few things to say to the refs.
Well in control on the scoreboard at least. Kelsey Reese adding to her tally to 9.7 rebounds. She didn't double-double watch. She's had one double-double this season. Kelsey Reese also was the one and only time, other than tonight, that she started for Bendigo back in round 8. So could potentially reach her second double-double tonight. These last 5 and a bit minutes, Townsville by 20 points.
And look, other than that first little patch at the start of the second half, Bendigo have stayed with Townsville here. So they just... It's just that little purple patch that they gave up to Townsville, and they absolutely just piled on the points. But otherwise, they've stayed right with it here, and they should continue to focus on doing that in this last 5 minutes.
Shot clock down to 3. Borlase pulls the trigger. When in doubt, just give it to Izzy Borlase.
I felt like I was shooting that. We had the best angle on that. That was never missing.
17 points for Borlase tonight. So how big of a decision is it for Bendigo to potentially play Casey Samuels in finals? And would you do it?
Well, she's a great player, so if she's ready to go, but yeah, without any court time going into finals, it's tough.
And I'm not surprised right now that Shannon Seabohm has just called a timeout. They've had a couple of turnovers, Bendigo a couple of easy scores. Obviously, the players have been frustrated. Just get them in, get them settled, get them to be calm, but hopefully Fowler is okay. We did see right there that she did hit the back of her head on the floorboard. She seems to still be on the court though right now, sitting on the bench as we speak.
Certainly not what they would like as a potential injury, but hopefully Alex Fowler's all okay.
I think Beck's spot on here. This would be a timeout to say calm down, refocus, get your heads back in the game. Very focused on on what they feel are bad calls. Alicia Frolling fouling out, that extra foul and technical.
Less than 5 minutes to go in this contest at the Townsville Entertainment Centre as they exit a timeout. Let's head courtside to Kate Gaze.
Yeah, guys, that was just a timeout to steady the troops, refocus, 4 minutes to go, lock in.
Their advantage.
Forster swings it across to Olsen. Drives away to the rack, picks up a foul, off to the line for 2 free throws.
A nice move, Olsen there, just got Clark on a behind-the-back move and was able just to get that step in front of her, going to the line now for 2.
The Fire steady.
Another decision here both coaches need to make. How long do they wait until they start to empty the bench and not risk the likes of Bourlays, etc. Anything happening?
Just Bourlays carving away through the defense, adds to a tally. Another big return from her tonight. Averages of 23 points per game. She's got 19.
And one player from the Spirit who has actually been a bit quiet tonight is Meg McConnell, only with the 3 points. As always, she's doing it in other areas with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. But she's someone who, if she can get 10 points as well on the board, that's a great addition for the Spirit. And she becomes a threat because she's so great at shooting that 3-point shot. She's real quick at getting to the basket. But credit to the Fire guards guarding her tonight.
And just what, I mean, when you say she gets it done in other areas, I 100% agree. They need her scoring. But just watch how hard she fights to get over those screens. She does such a good job. She's picked up a couple little fouls, but she's relentless.
Bourlays looks to go to Clark. It's chopped off by the Townsville defense. Olsen hesitates. Now looks to make her move. Oh, lovely pass over the top to Fowler. Can't get the finish, but wins the rebound. To Soa. She adds to her tally and takes it to 20 points for Mila Soa tonight.
Bendigo just asking the question why that wasn't a carry like McConnell got called, but got to move on.
And a big difference again, it came off another offensive rebound. 14-0 boards to Spirit's 7, but oh, what another move by Soa. She is on one tonight.
You wanted to say on fire, didn't you?
Let's check it all out in the Amy replay.
That's a tough finish. That's the area of her game. We all know that she's just such a great shooter, but she's really improved putting the ball on the floor. How do you guard her when she can do both?
Completes the 3-point play. And they're back out to a 20-point lead, which would please Coach Shannon Seabom. They were a little rattled in this last quarter, a bit of ill-discipline creeping into play. They've responded well. We've got 3 minutes left. McConnell looking to find her way through. Oh, sorry, gets the finish. That was delightful.
That was sweet. Sort of got Spirit out of jail there. There wasn't much going on. No one knew what set there was in, but great one-on-one offense.
Let's take another look at it.
Got him right there. Got Forster out of her stance with that little hesitation, back into a nice crossover.
5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Megan McConnell tonight. Olsen swings it across to Horvat. It's going to be a Bendigo ball. Too many steps.
Substitution for your team, the Townsville Fire. Please welcome number 31, Jessie Edwards.
Jessie Edwards checking into the game for the Townsville Fire. She was a late addition to the roster to replace the injured Lauren Cox. Right on the cutoff to qualify for finals. Jessie Edwards, as we head to a timeout here with 2 minutes left on the clock.
This is the fun part here where Townsville can empty their bench, give all these girls that have just worked just as hard as everybody else throughout the season a reward in front of this full crowd, knowing full well they might not get the opportunity through finals. A lot of fun. This is the time for the starters and that key group to really get behind the rest of their squad.
wait for the final series to kick off next week. We're going to have Townsville and Southside in one semi-final series, Bendigo and Perth in the other.
Great to see Lauren Cox there as well, still getting around the team. She's obviously had surgery now, on her road to recovery, but you always love being able to see players, particularly imports. Sometimes they have to go home, so I think it's great that she's been able to stay the season out, get behind the girls. Wishing her all the best in her recovery.
Absolutely. They've had a few injury concerns, Townsville. They've were without Chantal Horvat for a few rounds earlier in the season. Courtney Woods has missed a few games with a hamstring injury. Lauren Cox injured that patella season-ending injury in round 11. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Ruth can't get it done. So we've got Horvat, Forster, Crichton, Edwards and Olsen on the floor for the Fire for these last couple of minutes. McDowell, White, Booth, Pollard, McGregor and Clark for Bendigo. So Bendigo will head to the semi-final series, having lost their last 3 games.
Not ideal, but it's not anything to panic over.
Rather go in with a winning streak, but like we said, it's a whole different ball game.
They will, of course, get Kelsey Griffin back for that semi-final series. Managing her workload tonight. Edwards with a rebound, but loses it. Gregor hands it off to McDowell White. It's going to be another turnover, which have been costly for Bendigo tonight, 17-10. To the final 60 seconds at the Fire Pit. Townsville 82, Bendigo 64. And we've seen another travel call. I think we've had probably 4 or 5 of those tonight.
And yet they're all complaining about the amount of travel.
It's good from you, Larissa. A nice little zinger.
Second game.
It's Clark for the Spirit. Looking for support. Goes backwards to Booth. Had a look to go inside. Pollard swings it across. McGregor throws it up off the left. It's no good. Clark with a rebound. They're still hustling. Shot clock goes down to 3. This is when you just have a look at it. It comes up short.
Shot clock violation.
The shot clock runs out for Bendigo. Townsville led by 11 points at quarter time, 12 at half time, extended that advantage again to 17 at 3/4 time. Largely been in full control tonight, and they will head into finals with a 7-game winning streak, including the minor premiership. They are the team to beat. Edwards can't get it done. Crichton over the top to Edwards now. Lucy Olsen wants to take on McDowell White with strength towards the rack.
That was a really strong drive.
So seconds tick down at the Fire Pit. The home crowd on their feet. Clark for 2, gets the roll. Townsville with the final possession. On their home floor, the minor premier. They head into finals with a 7-game winning streak as they look to return to the top of the WNBL this final series. An 84-66 victory over the Bendigo Spirit.
It's a huge win for the Fire. We saw how happy the girls were to get that W in front of their home fans tonight, but like we said, this game would have meant a lot. Your minor premiers, you have to be super proud knowing you were the most consistent team all season, But now they'll forget about that, and their eye is on the prize for that championship, but they've got to take it one step at a time, still work in the process, and now they look to Southside Flyers, hosting them in the first semi-final game.
So they shot out of the blocks to lead by double figures at quarter time, 11 points. Bendigo had their moments in the first half. We've got scores level before Townsville responded to create another 12-point advantage at halftime. See Courtney Woods there firing up her players in the middle of the court. They say winning form is good form when you head into the business end of the year, and Townsville have that. 7 games now they have won in a row. As we head courtside to Kate Gaze, who is with an elated co-captain of the Fire in Courtney Woods.
Courtney was very happy with that win, obviously. First of all, how is the ankle?
Oh, good as new. I've never felt better after this week. I feel like usually at the end of the season I'm fighting demons, but you know, had a week off, feeling refreshed. Great to be back.
That's great to hear. You had 18 points tonight, I think 6 rebounds, 5 assists and a couple of steals. How does that make you feel going into next week's finals matchup against Southside Melbourne?
Yeah, obviously was really happy to get a game under my belt. I know a couple of people around the round took some time off, but for me, I was like, I really need to play. I know last time I came back was a little bit sketchy, the first couple of games, so really happy to get one game under my belt before finals.
And even though that game didn't necessarily mean much for placings and all that, you guys were all business. I came into a couple of the timeouts and it was serious stuff. How was the prep leading into this game? And then what's the prep going to be like for next week?
Yeah, I think obviously when you have around 3,000 people paying to come watch you play, like we're going to give everything we have, and then it's also Army round, so I feel like if you're going to come in and not give 100%, it's a disrespect to all of those people. So for us, it was even more than usual. So really happy to kind of give 100%, have a good win, and head into finals feeling good.
And talking a little bit about Southside Melbourne, they were really good against you guys here just a few games ago. How do you feel about that matchup? Obviously, you have home court advantage being the minor premiers. Congratulations, by the way. But how do you feel about that game?
Yeah, Southside are a great team. They have been all year, and I think they've got so much experience on their team. Obviously, they have a great coach in Christy, so we know they're going to come in here giving it absolutely 1,000%. But I feel like that's what makes finals exciting. So we're just going to go into it trying to put ourselves in the best position we can to hopefully compete for a semi-win.
Well, all the best, and we'll see you here next week against Southside Melbourne Flyers.
Okay, see you there.
Great stuff, Kate Gaze and Courtney Woods. 7 games in a row they have won. Let's check out some of the highlights tonight. Just too much fast in the end for Bendigo, who we know have one eye on their semi-final series against Perth.
They sure did, and it was right from the get-go. They were just so good. Like you said, Jess, all class. So many players chipping in again on the offensive end of things, but it was their rebounding that was super impressive. They had 16 O boards tonight, 16 assists. The ball movement was great, and that player right there, I loved what she said, is it would be a disrespect for Army round not to come out for all the fans, and you could tell they came out and their eye were on the prize. And we see there again, just great stats, 6 from 11 from the field with the 18 points, but does it in all areas always.
Well, it was an early end to Alicia Frolling's night. She was fouled out, but she's still got a smile on her face. Let's head back courtside to Kate Gaze.
She is still smiling. She isn't happy about fouling out, and I think it has been a while since you have fouled out. But a great game still. You still had 11 boards.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, look, I mean, it's good that we got that win. You know, again, we want to keep that momentum going into finals. Obviously, try and fix my fouls, might review them. Hopefully the refs review them too. But yeah, no, all good.
And Frols, talk to me about the fans here. This game really didn't mean much at the latter placings, but they were phenomenal.
Oh, I say it almost every game. We have, hands down, the best fans in the league. I think there were 3,500 people here tonight. There's a thing called Paint the Town Orange over this next week, so Townsville's turning orange. It's just so cool. It's so amazing. We feel their support, we feel their energy.
It's a very special time of year. And lastly, what positives do you take from that game against Bendigo, thinking that you may face them down the track in finals?
Yeah, I think we just, you know, obviously they play a certain style of defense against against us, so it's just getting reps against that. It's similar to what Perth do to us too, so it's good to get reps and hopefully make some adjustments. Yeah, just good to get wins.
It is, it sure is. Well, all the best. Hopefully some more wins to come, and good luck for the finals.
Thank you. All that wins for Alicia Froling. They've got 7 of those in a row. Larissa, as we mentioned, LEN to Alicia Froling's night. This is some of her highlights. Always the competitor, and with the crowd and the vibe that they generate at the fire pit, it just takes it to another level in finals. So look out, Southside.
Absolutely, and look, you can see the vision there. I would love to get Alicia Froling mic'd up during a game so that we can actually see firsthand up close how competitive she is out there. She would not have liked fouling out. She had the little stab at the end there about reviewing at the end, which you love. But I think they have to be really happy with that. She only had 6 points, didn't need her to score more than that. She got it done on the board. She did a great job. 3 assists as well. There was a great battle watching between her and Reese tonight, and cannot wait for the battle between her and the Southside Bigs, because as she mentioned, they match up really well, these two teams. There has been a really good battle every single time they've met this season. Finals is a whole new ball game. I don't love the colour orange, but I love that they're going to paint the town orange. I think they should paint it light pink. I love that uniform that they wore tonight. I love how much Townsville get behind the team, and it's going to be exciting going into next week.
The vibes are high at the fire pit. The minor premiers on their way to finals with an impressive win over Bendigo. We'll wrap it up for you after the break. See you soon.
Full time at the fire pit, another healthy win to the Townsville Fire. They win by 18 points over the Bendigo Spirit. These two sides on their way to the playoffs this WNBL season. What a night it was for the Townsville Fire fans, and they'll get to see their team in action next week in a massive semi-final series against Southside. These are the match stats to full-time. Jess Webster with you alongside Beck Cole and Larissa Anderson. Is there too much for Bendigo to worry about tonight?
No, you're missing one of your starters and a big leader in Kelsey Griffin. And of course, this was a good test for them and great preparation in order for finals, especially when a lot of those young players, they haven't had this experience before. But look, they're coming up against Perth, who is a whole different matchup, so they'll be focused on that.
So what do we think, Bendigo? You touched on it during the call, Larissa. Defence is the number one thing that they'll need to clean up because they take on Perth. They haven't beaten them in 4 attempts this season.
Yeah, but they have come close. I think actually that one game a couple of rounds ago in Perth, they probably should have won. So they should get a lot of confidence from that. Finals, as we keep mentioning, is a whole new ball game. Perth have some experience in finals, but I think at the same time, so does a couple of the Bendigo players, and they're the champions from last year. So I'm really looking forward to the matchup. Bendigo should, at the end of the day, you let these last couple of games go. There's still some great signs there. As Beck just mentioned, Kelsey Griffin was out today. She makes a massive difference, and a couple of players really got some really good minutes underneath them today and some great stats. So I wouldn't be worried, and it is a great matchup.
This is the Bunnings Warehouse ladder for the final time this regular season. The top 4 is set: Townsville, Perth, Bendigo and Southside. Beck, do we think Townsville are the clear #1 favourites heading into the final series?
Well, they've proven themselves to be a favourite. They're top of the table for a reason. You've been the most consistent team all year. But for me, when it comes finals, it's anyone's game. It doesn't matter whether you're first, second, third or fourth. It's who wins in finals and who can handle the heat.
Cannot wait. Let's check out the final schedule. Starting next week, 2 massive semi-final series to come. Here it is, finals week 1, Perth and Bendigo. The first game from the Perth High Performance Centre Saturday at 4 o'clock. And then we've got Townsville taking on the Flyers on Sunday at the Townsville Entertainment Centre. Larissa, we cannot wait for finals. A couple of massive matchups.
That, if you want the best basketball, you don't get better than that. I mean, what a matchup between 4 of the best teams all year. I know that 4th spot was open for a while, but Southside Melbourne are in pretty good form, and I think are the team in those bottom 5 that can match up best, and they have done a great job against Townsville. So I think that Townsville Flyers matchup is going to be an awesome battle, as is the Bendigo versus Perth.
We cannot wait for the final series. So too the players. Let's have a listen and what they had to say about finals basketball and their mindset.
I'm looking forward to finals because
it's what you play for. You play for a championship.
This is what we play for, right? Professional athletes. This is what, we work all these days for. We work as a team.
There's more nerves, there's more desire to win. Finals are what we play for, and it's the most fun.
Finals are never guaranteed, and I don't know how many finals left I'll get to play.
It's why we all play basketball. It's high pressure environment. It's kind of what we're waiting on.
It's something we talk about nearly every training, is just preparing for finals. So I feel like when you're able to put yourself in that position, it's really exciting to then hopefully be able to perform when that time comes.
It's a dagger from deep from 90.
You set a standard, and I think it's to make finals and obviously win a WNBL championship, but the first box that you probably do tick is to play in a finals series.
It's where the best players play, and I'm looking forward to competing against them.
This final series, Townsville, can they return to the top of the competition? Han Shu, can she lead Perth to a championship? Kayla George returning to Southside, can she get them a title as well? And will KG23, will she add another title to her impressive resume? One word from the both of you to sum up how excited you are about the final series.
Popcorn, grab your popcorn.
And Larissa, Perth. Got to win it all. We're going to wait and find out. Thanks for your company tonight. Townsville by 18 points, 7 in a row as they head towards finals. Good night.